On behalf of GoTech, I'm Gilbert Oviedo. I'm here with Oli with Yahoo, and he's going to demonstrate Yahoo Widgets.
Hey, glad to have you here. So I want to do a quick overview of our Yahoo Widgets engine. Basically what this is, it's embedded on TVs when the internet is connected right into the TV that then allows you to see content right on this TV. I have a couple examples here that I have right there in front of me. There's a weather example for right here that allows you to see multiple different weather cities, what the current conditions there are, or then say, hey, I want to see more detail on this particular city, so I can go into what we call the sidebar view, which now brings up additional detail on this particular piece of information that I have just collected. Working with have their TVs internet enabled and our engine embedded from Samsung, LG, Vizio, Sony. These are available today in stores. You can buy these guys today in the stores in the US, some of these sets also all over Europe. And then what I just showed was one of the Yahoo services, Yahoo Weather, but this platform is interesting because it's an open platform. So we have opened today, actually, our development kit to anybody who wants to develop on this platform.
That's nice.
And let me show you a couple of those samples. Twitter, Facebook, Amazon. Not only can you get content over the internet, but you can also get movies. So I can go into Amazon as an example, and I can see any of the shows that I have in my video library. What I can do is I can go back very quick and we can just look at one of the trailers. Normally you would see a full feature movie. If I linked it, we must have done something wrong when we set up this TV, but I can show you a trailer here. And within a few seconds, we start streaming, or actually Amazon starts streaming from their back end in the distributed cloud, wherever they have the movies, and in amazing quality. I think this is, I have a standard definition DVD player. I believe this is better than my standard definition DVD player.
Yeah, it's very nice.
And access to the full catalog, Amazon, Blockbuster, many content aggregators that we have on there right now. SyncTV is one of those guys who has a lot of kid shows that are even free. Some are free, some paid for, depending on the business model of the provider. A few of those are advertising supported already. So you have the whole range of different options.
Oh, okay. So I see also you got Netflix, you got Voodoo.
Netflix, Voodoo are specific to this particular manufacturer, to Vizio, on their set. But then there's others like CBS, NBC, where you can get information to shows that you're interested in that they've been publishing. And then in the widget gallery, I want to bring that up very quick. As I said, it's an open ecosystem, so developers can download our developer kit, publish a widget, we do a quick testing, and once the widget is approved, it will show up in here, which is the widget gallery. And a couple seconds later, here we go, there's for example Amazon. And it will start publishing these widgets into the gallery, and now I can say, hey, what's the latest, greatest that we have in here? And it will give me a whole list of the widgets that are currently that have latest come into this platform, and we can start installing these and getting them. We do a quick QA on this, then we hand them to the manufacturer, to our partners. They do a quick QA around, and once we say yes, they're certified on the hardware platforms, they show up automatically in these lists here.
Let me ask you this, Oli. So I can probably log on my computer, or can I log on to the TV and adjust what I want as my primary widget?
Definitely. TV is a shared experience. Okay. So two things that are important here. Number one is if I go to my profile widget, and right now we have a lot on here, switch profile, that allows me to switch different profiles. So you could have a profile for you, a profile for your girlfriend, or for your kid, right? And you can switch between those profiles. And then within each profile, I can press the yellow button on the remote control, one of the 4 color keys, and now I can say, you know what, I really don't like the weather widget, I want to delete this. Or I don't want to delete it right now because we use it for demos, but I can say, hey, I want to move this right here, and I drop it right in there. So now the weather widget has been moved in its position, so I can customize this experience. I can remove what I'm not interested in and download new things that I am interested in. And there's only very few widgets that cannot be removed. The gallery, of course, and the container widget that hosts all these other widgets and our profile. Pretty much anything else can be removed similarly.
Can any of these, I'm sorry, can any of these go full screen? Or?
Good question. Let me go to Flickr very quick. Flickr is one of those examples. So you saw Amazon. It's a different kind of full screen, but it really is a full screen widget because you have a video stream and now you have an overlay. But let me show you a real full screen widget. Flickr here, we have set up some demo photos in the Flickr account. this right now is going back to the backend and pulling down all the pictures that are under this user in the Flickr backend. And now I can say, hey, this photo here I'm really interested in. Oh, why don't I start a slideshow? And I go, and here we go into a full screen experience. And if I push any button on my remote control, now I get even a full screen UI that allows me to say, you know, the picture that I really wanted to show you is the foosball table in probably our headquarters at Yahoo, because we are big foosballers. And here you can go and pick this picture, and now it will continue in the slideshow and just continue on the loop.
Oh, okay, nice.
One example of a full screen UI. Let me see if I have another one on here. One other really cool example that I personally think is a very innovative idea, and I don't have it on this TV right now, but I can talk to it for a second. We have a fantasy football provider, and what they have done is, once you click on their widget and you go into full screen, you basically see standard television with a small bar on the top. And as scores happen and as things happen in the game, you will see your scores go up or down and your rank in your league go up or down, which is I think is a really cool experience. We have this for fantasy football, NCAA, many others. So that's another full screen experience. So we have the 3 different states. We have these small states in the bottom here that we call snippets. That can be either static content or can be dynamic content, as you had seen. So eBay, if I would be signed in, it would show me what auctions I'm bidding on right now. Or as you had seen, Sunnyvale, California shows me the weather for Sunnyvale. The stock ticker shows me what the stock price is right now is on the things that I have configured. And then you have the sidebar view, which is the one level drill down, and then from there you can go all the way into full screen if you have an experience that needs the whole canvas of the screen.
Yes, I haven't seen YouTube on there.
YouTube is actually on one of the other TVs. Yes, it is there.
Okay, so there is a widget for it?
There's a YouTube widget on Samsung TVs. That's a Samsung exclusive right now.
Oh, I see. So, different vendors, would it be Vizio or Samsung, they both have kind of like exclusivity to...
Generally, how it works, a typical content developer who comes to us will show up on all these TVs. But if Samsung does a specific deal with YouTube, and they get YouTube to do a widget for Samsung, we will drive this as long as we can and as successful as we can.
I think it's amazing, and the fact that you don't have to, I don't have to go out and buy a set-top box that costs me anywhere from, $200 to $500. I mean, that's adding value to what we have here. So that's awesome. Well, it's a pleasure talking to you.